do you assess the role of the OSCE in this conflict in Ukraine, but also in other conflicts which are hopefully not going to emerge in Europe? I'm especially also thinking about Kosovo-Serbia relations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. No, I mean, the war in Ukraine began in 2014 with the annexation of the Crimea by Russia. And ever since then, actually, the OSCE played an impressive role, a kind of leading role in this crisis management architecture, which has been set up at the time with the trilateral contact group and with the special monitoring mission. So I think the OSCE really played an important role until Russia's invasion on Ukraine, full-scale invasion in 2022. Then it became quickly clear that the OSCE was blocked because all the business of the OSCE is based on consensus. And consensus was then denied, particularly by Russia, but not only. And so in that period now, the OSCE plays not as an important role anymore.
Mm-hmm. Where do you see the future of the organization? I mean, Russia and Belarus are blocking the budget for the organization. There seems to be a possible positive outcome for the organization that they will acknowledge the budget in the next and accept the new budget in the next meeting that they will have in North Macedonia. Mm-hmm. So how do you assess the future of the organization? Because it is important. It's a key organization. It was a key organization, and it is for the European security architecture.
Yeah, it's true. No, let's not forget that there is an extra budgetary process which finances right now actually the so-called Ukraine support program of the OSCE in Ukraine, which is a very diverse program. It's still relative to the beginning, but it shows that the OSCE can have a footprint in the reconstruction of the work within the Ukraine, but also humanitarian in terms of response, helping to manage and mitigate consequences of the war. Let's say to work with small arms, to work with anti-mine action, awareness building, etc. So the OSCE can do a lot. But to come back to your question, I think the OSCE should get back to become a comprehensive organization, completely inclusive, as a platform for security dialogue on European security. I think that's really what it should do.
And is there one key thing that the OSCE needs to take away from this war in Ukraine, and how it can maybe better assess its future role in Europe? What would you say? What is the key point that the OSCE has learned from this conflict in Europe?
Well, I think on the one hand that you can do things even without consensus. That's XP projects, but also let's not forget about the Moscow mechanism, where you don't need a consensus. I think you need about 10 countries subscribing. And for the Moscow mechanism missions now in Ukraine, there have been up to 45 countries signing up to. So I think there are possibilities, and I think we should simply explore more opportunities where it's like voluntary contributions, voluntary engagement, which will not rely completely on 100% consensus. I think that's certainly an important thing we all could be learning.